India has clinched another clinical victory in the Champions Trophy and probably clinched another place in the semi-final of an ICC tournament as well with this win. They have just one more match to go next Sunday with New Zealand, and the result of that mostly doesn't matter as such because we know it's going to be India and New Zealand in the semi-finals going forward from now. But yes, it was a great performance. Pakistan's nemesis, so to say, Kohli, getting back in form, getting back amongst the runs, getting that blistering 100. I wouldn't call it blistering, but it was a sensible 100, so to say. Just as sensible as Shubman Gill's was in the last match. It was Kohli who held the innings together. So it is good to see from Indian perspective that at least one batter out of all the top four is holding the innings until the end and seeing off India to that winning momentum. But yes, all in all, it was good performances. There were some mishaps in this field today as well. We cannot nullify the fact that there are drop chances today as well. If those drop chances were taken, you might not know their score would have been might lesser as well. But yeah, we'll talk about all of that in today's video. But I'll take your first words on today's match. Weber, what do you think about this?
I think my background defines today's match.
Yes, as
Uh,
always.
yeah, there is a team which doesn't know to bat, doesn't know to field, or doesn't know to bowl. That is the
Mm,
definition of what Pakistan was. This is their best team, and their best team can't do anything. They will not field properly. You will get catch to your hand. They won't catch it. You will have to
mm,
run like 20 meters to get a catch. They won't do that.
mm,
They won't like they are literally there. Probably they got inspired by the way England played in India. They are here in
mm,
Dubai for a short holiday, 1 or 2 days holiday. That's what happened today. That's how it looked. Like their best players also didn't perform properly. Like Salman Ali Aga didn't do anything. Harris Rauf did some part, but then he was also thrashed towards the end. He showed some motivation to play the game, but yeah, for the most part, they didn't do anything, and that was it. It was a completely one-sided game. Right from the even before the toss, everybody knew India is going to win because Pakistan hasn't been doing well, and they just proved that once again that they are not doing well.
yeah.
So yeah, that's also my reaction. That's why I put that background. It's
Mm,
like क्यों आते हो आप लोग खेलने like
yeah.
they have
I mean,
the
that
whole
was
team.
really my at least at the end of the first inning because it was so bad. Like I expected at least a fight from Pakistan, but in the first inning itself, they were surrendered. I feel. But yeah, go on. Weber.
No, it looked like the opener was Babar Azam, and then the rest of the team was also Babar Azam. Nobody got to a good start, and
Mm,
those who got to a good start also, they were like probably trying to do something like they are finding the best Jodi. So it's like
mm,
two of them play properly, and then they get out immediately, one after the other. Then the next two come in. They both play properly, get out in a similar way, one after the other. So it's like
mm,
who has the best Jodi? That's what they're trying to figure out, I think, in Pakistan.
yeah.
But India, as usual, uh, got to a good start with Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill. Virat came in, he played a good innings. But yeah, as usual, Virat has those. Every series he goes makes one big record and then he goes offline again. So hopefully he doesn't do that again because he did something similar in BGT. He scored a century and then again he was like offline, hibernating. Who knows what he
Mm,
does? Probably still finding chili paneer or something to eat. Um, so, so yeah, we don't know what is going on. Hopefully he continues his form, takes it to the
mm,
next game also. Hopefully
mm,
100 in less than 100 balls, but we'll see.
mm,
But overall,
yeah.
it was a one-sided game. Everybody knew India is going to win.
Yeah, before I move on to Jinansh, you had some doubts today morning. We had a message from you that you think India is going to lose today. So did you prove yourself wrong, or you had some doubts even while the mid
You
show
didn't
that
you didn't see
yes,
the message after that until Virat Kohli scores big. I did say that until Virat Kohli scores big. He
yeah,
scored big. I told you. But jokes apart, I mean his 100 with the score with the kind of score we were actually defending 224. His 100 actually was not
240.
yes, sorry 240. Sorry, 240. His 100 actually was not that much. I wouldn't say valuable mainly to him for his confidence,
Yeah.
but not valuable much to the team.
Mm.
Shreyas Iyer also pointed it out in the press conference that they could have finished the match much earlier. We could have
Mm.
got a better run rate as well. Currently,
Yeah.
we are sitting at 0.647,
Yeah.
but
And New Zealand
New
is
Zealand
one
is
point.
sitting at 1.2, so
1.2.
that's double. So
Yeah.
in case if we lose against New Zealand and Bangladesh ends up
Mm.
winning the other two matches against Pakistan, which I very much think they will win, but if they are able to surprise New Zealand as well, then it will
Mm.
be a bit problem
Mm.
for us to qualify as well, considering the net run rate and everything. I mean, unless we have a much better net run rate than Bangladesh.
Mm.
So that's one thing. But overall, I wouldn't look much into Kohli's 100. Yes, he scored against against Pakistan, which is his. I don't know what happens to him when he sees Pakistan. He scores, he changes all narratives, and hopefully he
He's the
changes
Travis head for
the.
Pakistan. He's
Yes,
the
he's
Travis
Travis
head
head
for
for
Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Yeah.
That's what. So he's able. So hopefully he continues this form in the other matches as well. And
Mm.
considering his strike rate, he plays like this only. So I
Mm.
wouldn't look much into the strike rate until we are giving a target. If we are giving a target and he scores 100 of this matter, like he's going to be, I mean, he will be criticized for that. But since we were chasing the target and the pitch is that way, the pitch is
Mm.
demanding that way, that you actually need to spend much more time on this crease. That one
Mm.
thing which I was not happy with Rohit Sharma as well. He should have been able to judge that Yorker coming in, and
Mm.
but unfortunately he was not. But so that's one thing. And the Pakistan bowling lineup is subpar. Their batting is subpar. I don't think they would even qualify for, if there's a Pakistan team in Ranji Trophy also. I think they will even score below Meghalaya, or below Tripura also. I mean, the caliber kind of between India and Pakistan, the gap is widening day by day. Every match it goes like India is humiliating Pakistan to the core. Even after this performance, in case if Champions Trophy is held in the future, Pakistan should be not allowed only to participate in any ICC event until first they should play against their own. The method of qualification for Pakistan should be, first they should play against their own league teams inside. Out of that, whichever team wins should qualify for Pakistan. Should qualify for the ICC event. Or else Pakistan, I mean, it's subpar. I don't like. There's no rivalry. It's only Star Sports hyping it up, hyping
Mm.
the rivalry. There is nothing left, no quality left in Pakistan.
My 2P in this performance is that it was expected. I was even in the pre-match. If you go and see that, I was under the impression that this is going to be the easiest performance, easiest match to clinch for India, and that was the case because India went on to till the 47th over to chase the total down of 230 odd against Bangladesh, and they chased this one down almost in the 40th over. Yeah, it was clinical. Kohli was good. It was good for his himself that he got his runs behind his back. Now he can capitalize on that and get us win in more important matches as well, and not only the India-Pakistan game. This was also the case in the 2022 T20 World Cup, where
Yes,
he played that amazing knock against Pakistan and got us over the line. But that was it. There was no considerable performance after that match, and we lost to the England in the semi-finals. So yeah,
yes,
I hope he capitalizes on this form and gets back in shape, continues to perform against the New Zealand and whoever comes with us in the semi-finals as well. But breaking it down more, where do you think Pakistan lost the game? I think, do you think that it was the Rizwan Saud Shakil partnership, or do you think it was the Imamul Haq run out, where Pakistan, after the loss of Babar Azam, just was Pakistan and panicked a lot and just started. started panicking so much that they got a run out. Then they got into so much of a shell that they couldn't get their run rate more than 3.9 for that fact, because they were going at around 5.2 when Rizwan came into bat. After that, their run rate lowered down to as low as 3.8 for that matter. So in that scenario, did Pakistan lose it all, or was it still a chance for the other batters like Salman Ali Agha and Kushdil to come and smack around and get those quick runs for them, or is it Rizwan's and Shahid Shakil's partnership which lost them the game? What do you think about it, James?
Last time Bangladesh scored around 228 runs, much less than what Pakistan gave us the target. But it was still tough for us to, get to that target. We could see in the middle overs, KL Rahul, the drop catch and everything.
Mm,
When uh, KL Rahul's shot was actually drop catch from off Zakir Ali.
mm,
So it was not like the batting performance. Yes, batting was the problem was there with the batting also. But if their bowling would have been half decent as well, they
mm,
could have got the game with them. But their bowling was not at all good.
mm,
Their batting, yes, after they got after Imam was out, uh, they were able to capitalize that partnership, him and Shahid Shakil, Rizwan and Shahid Shakil as well. After Babar also got out, they were
mm,
able to do it, but they were not able to score the runs quickly. That was
mm,
one reason why they were not able to give a target of, a respectable target of, around 250, 260.
mm, mm,
Par target would have been around 270. Around, if they would have reached, that would have been very tough for India also to chase.
mm,
But they should have at least given us a respectable target of 250.
mm,
But they didn't even give that. They were much lower. It was
mm,
only after Kushdil Shah was who was able to hit those sixes towards the end. Yeah,
mm,
one or two sixes came around. That's all. Then after that, no one even had the intent to hit. The main problem is intent. Like, in it's like you need to evolve your ODI game. You cannot be playing Test cricket in ODI. A 3.2 run rate in ODI is not something which you can actually do. And secondly, like, if you see their pacers as well, collectively they have gone around six, above six per over. Like, if I Naseem Shah was the lowest, he was around 3.8 or something. But rest all of them, Naseem Shah, then you see Haris Rauf, then you see Sain Shah Afridi. If I take out an average, like, they are going around above six per over. So you didn't require a pace attack. You could see even when Shami had gone out, we had our quality spinners who could take those wickets. But with them, they have overestimated, as I said in the previous video as well, they have
mm,
overestimated their pace attack and underestimated or not at all even taken their spin attack into consideration. They should have added at least one or two spinners more, and that
mm.
would have given a challenging fight as well while chasing. We would have won the game, that's a different thing, but it would have been a close contest as well.
Mm. Yeah, I agree, because Pakistan, I feel they are doing an England at this point, where they know they are playing in the subcontinent conditions, even in Dubai and Pakistan. So they
Yeah.
should have at least two frontline spinners in their squad, which England is also not understanding. They are going on with their combination of four paces and one spinner. We'll talk about England and the Australia encounter in the later part of the show, but yeah, it was quite weird to see only one frontline spinner in the case of in the form of Abrar. The biggest worry about me for Pakistan at this point was that they had two wrist spinners. I was listening to the Hindi broadcast, and Vakar Yunus and Suresh Raina were on the air, and Suresh Raina said that you should have a wrist spinner in this case in the lineup when you're playing, especially in the subcontinent conditions where the finger spinners do not get that much out of the wicket. So the wrist spinner can get it out, and they can get you those wickets which Kuldeep Yadav did for India today.
Yes.
So Vakar Yunus said that I am also as confused as you are, because there were two very good wrist spinners in the tour of Australia and South Africa as well. They were playing in the game, and I don't know what changed in the selection committee's mind while selecting the team for the Champions Trophy. They did not select those two kids, and they just went with Abrar, and they did not have any frontline spinner, so to say, because Kushdil is not a spinner. He's a batter who can bowl.
Yeah.
Even the case for I think Salman, he is a batter who can bowl. Only Abrar was your frontline spinner, and he got some kind of a turn from the wicket, and he was able to nip that ball here and there. Not the best of the bowlers, but yes, India did have some problems to him as well. But my point with the fast bowling is, you saw Mustafizur what he did while he was bowling to the Indian batting order. He rolled his fingers on the ball and he was gripping the ball and trying to get the benefit from the slow low wickets. You cannot keep bowling faster balls and try to get that get the batters out with the pace. That's not going to happen. That is what the batsmen are waiting for. At this wicket, where the pitch is so sticky and you are not getting the pace out of the pitch, then you need the bowler to bowl you as fast as they can, so that you can whack them around wherever you want to. So
That's
that's
what
where,
happened with Shubman Gill as well. Like after Rohit Sharma got out in that bowl,
yeah,
after
yeah,
the very next over, Shubman Gill was able to, like, again when Shaheen Afridi came after
mm,
that gap of that over, and Shaheen, I mean, he was able to hit, like, he hit I think two, three, fours in that
yeah,
very next Shaheen
yeah.
Shah Afridi's over as well. So yeah, you sorry.
Yeah, no, no. That's what my point is. And in case of Rohit Sharma, I feel he got lucky. Sahil Shafridi got lucky that only ball was the ball which got a late swing. That was the
Yeah,
only ball which got a late swing, and Rohit Sharma was not expecting that fuller length ball from him, because if you see that before, if you see first ball of the innings, it
yeah,
was the exact same length where Shahid bowled the same, and Rohit Sharma negotiated it well. But he did not expect it at this point, because Shubman Gill was whacking Shaheen Afridi all around the park when he was bowling up. But then he saw that Naseem Shah is getting some nib from the air, and he's bowling it in the good length area, and India is not whacking him. Yeah, they are scoring runs for him, to him, but they were not as successful as they were whacking around Shaheen Afridi to Naseem Shah. So he pulled his length back and he was bowling good length balls, or even shorter than that. So to capitalize that, what Rohit Sharma did is, even to Naseem Shah, he started coming down the wicket, started walking down the wicket, and he makes those balls as over pitch balls, and get those runs from the power play, because in the power play you don't have many fielders at the boundary,
yeah.
so you have to go over the fielders and you get those runs. But it was so unlucky for Rohit Sharma that Shaheen decided to bowl that last ball of the over, an over pitched, or you say Yorker and delivery, and that like nipped in a bit, like slightly, like the only ball of Shaheen Afridi which I've thought got late swing. If Rohit Sharma was there and he would have negotiated that ball. I'm sure this match was definitely over by the 32nd or 33rd over, so to say,
Easily, easily.
because the way Rohit Sharma was batting, and the way, I mean, that is the impact which we are talking about. That's the impact you need in a big match from your openers, because Babar Azam, he was getting that. India was, I mean, yeah, we'll come to the bowling of India, because India was bowling wayward at the start of the 5-6 overs, where you could see Rahul diving around to grab those catches, and it was so wide. The bowling from Shami, Rana, and Hardik Pandya was not at all good. That's why Babar Azam could capitalize on that so much. And after that, still they were capitalizing only to the extent that they were 5 and over. When your bowlers are bowling so bad of a length, then you should whack them around like Rohit Sharma did in the first over. He get one boundary and one six to their best bowlers. That's how you start an innings, and that's how you give a statement to the bowlers that this is where this is how we are going to play, and that is what the difference between. Yes, people will say that we criticize Kohli, and his knock was substantially very good. It was important at that stage, but that statement which Rohit Sharma comes and gives to the bowlers, that this is how my team is going to play. I am the captain. I am going to command this innings from here on. That is what other teams lack, and that is what the change in the dressing room has made. That the way Rohit Sharma starts off, even if it is a 20, 40, no matter what it is, but it is that statement which gives, and even that is carried on by Shubman Gill after that. So yeah,
No,
I think
you
that,
need, sorry.
yeah, go on, go on,
No,
go on.
you need just think, like, in the first 5 overs itself,
Yeah.
your your target is below 200 in just in the first 5 overs. Out of that,
True.
20 odd runs have been scored by Rohit Sharma. in the
True.
first 5 overs. So your threat actually was nullified there itself. That of
Yes.
threat of playing,
100%.
because the
100%.
asking rate had become very less from that
100%.
point after the first 5 overs itself. I saw
Yes.
the asking rate was around 4.5 or something, and we were going
Yes.
at around 7.5
Yes.
run rate.
By the
So
mark of 10th over, you're going, yes, around 7, 7.
that's what. So
Yeah.
so and a team with 8 batters, if you're not able to chase down 241, 242 runs, then
Yeah.
there's really something wrong actually with the team. Like if only, I'm not taking away anything from Virat Kohli the way he played. Yes, he played a very good knock, but
Mm.
he could have played a little bit faster. Then we could have got that
Mm.
run
Mm.
rate kind of a thing. The 30,
True, true.
35 overs
Yeah, I
would be
mean,
good.
we definitely agree with that because Virat Kohli was amazing. He got that century. Yes, that was good for him. But we'll get to Virat Kohli. My first question is because India was bowling first. Mohammad Shami. Was Mohammad Shami a bit undercooked going into the tournament itself because it's after the second or the third over where he got that ankle sprain and he went out for like 3 to 4 overs and then Hardik Pandya bowled those overs. It was lucky for India that Hardik Pandya bowled amazing lengths there and he got Babar Azam out and that got Pakistan into the panic mode. But was it an undercooked Mohammad Shami going into the tournament? That is why we are having this kind of an issue where Rohit Sharma has to manage that he did brilliantly. That captaincy which he did, where he managed those bowlers around Mohammad Shami not bowling much because even if he was bowling, he was going for a plenty. So is Mohammad Shami a concern going forward in this tournament, Vaibhav?
Definitely, because if you see, right before the Champions Trophy, his
Hmm.
fitness wasn't great. He had to reduce a lot of weight. He
Hmm.
dropped around 10 kilos just before that. And
Hmm.
right, when he comes in, his first game was good, picked up 5 wickets. But
Yeah.
at like right from the beginning of this game, initially he was injured or he went out with an injury, and then he came back
Hmm.
and then an over with 11 balls, with 5 wides and all that. So
Yeah.
that wasn't looking good on his side. Uh, so that is a concern. Is his injury going to follow into the next game? Because next game is much more important than today's India-Pakistan match. That's going to be
Hmm.
a decider if Bangladesh, cannot upset New Zealand in the next game.
Hmm.
So, and another fact is you've got a Harshit Rana as well as Hardik Pandya. So there is a backup in the form of Arshdeep, but his
Hmm.
experience in such a you know a high stakes game is still to be tested. And
Yeah.
given the next game is against New Zealand, that's a question still. So I feel Mohammad Shami can be given the rest in the next game because
Hmm.
it's almost clear that India will make it to the semis. So
Yeah.
if Shami is rested in the next game and then used in the semis, because you'd probably face a team like South Africa or Australia in the semis.
Hmm.
And if it's Australia, you need a really good bowler, and Mohammad Shami has been effective against Australia. So
Yeah.
you'll definitely need Mohammad Shami in the semis and the finals. So I'd
Hmm.
probably rest him and let him gain his confidence and his fitness back. That's what I would
Hmm.
do. So Mohammad
Yeah.
Shami is a concern, but I think if
Hmm.
time is given, he would come back.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, we'll talk about his fitness and what India's combination should be with the New Zealand encounter in the later videos. But
Just one
uh,
small thing, just one
yeah,
one thing.
go on.
Um, like you should give credit Mohammad Shami for those 6 wides which he bowled in the first over. That actually kept Virat Kohli's century alive. If that 6 wides would have not been there, you never know. Virat Kohli would have been 94, 90. So
It was
Mohammad
quite
Shami
candid
should be
from Rohit Sharma. He's like, Uda.
Maro
He's
chakka,
like,
uda
Uda
bhai.
bhai. So yeah, it was quite candid from him to see that reaction. So yeah, that's what Mohammad Shami was. Um, what do you think about Pakistan's bowling, Vaibhav? What was lacking in that?
They lack spin. They should have picked better spinners. That's the first
Yeah.
thing, which is
Hmm.
what India and New Zealand have done correctly. The other teams
Yeah.
haven't. They, they have no idea that spinners can work out. and
Mm.
especially given today's conditions, temperature was close to 30ish in Dubai, and
Mm.
the dew never existed.
Yeah.
So, and in that sort of a game, your middle overs will be defended by the spinners, and that's exactly what was missing. Because in the 10 overs that Abrar Ahmed bowled, he gave only 28 runs. Picking wickets
Right.
is necessary, but then your spinners are the ones who are going to come and reduce the run rate, and that's what
Mm.
Pakistan lacked. If they had better
Mm.
quality spinners, they definitely pull this game off or even
Mm.
take it close. But this was completely one-sided just because they lacked that spin in the bowling department. Yes, their batting was hopeless. I agree that,
Mm.
but
Mm.
bowling could have been saved. They they didn't do that, and I feel that the moment they flew into Dubai as hosts
Mm.
to another country, that itself changed the game. Being the host, you are playing in other country who don't
Yeah.
host the that itself is a pressure on Pakistan and Pakistan Cricket Board.
Yeah. So I hope Pakistan sorts their things out. PCB sorts the things out which their team needs to sort out. But yeah, in India is probably on their way to the semi-finals of yet another ICC tournament, and Pakistan is there on their way back home. And yes, so there was another amazing encounter before this one, that was the Ashes encounter, that is England versus Australia, and the win predictor until the 25th over of, that is the 75th over of the 100 overs, was towards England, and that was showing around 13% Australia and 7, I think
67.
89%, 67%
87.
towards England. And you know what the result was? It was Australia who won that match clinically. So as we were talking about lack of spinners, is England not understanding the fact that they need to get out of their fetish of playing only fast bowlers, even on the pitches which spin a lot? That is Pakistan, India, or Dubai for that matter. And they need to get some spinners in their bowling attack, and not they can't keep going on with the pace of four fast bowlers. Like maybe they think that they have the best bowlers in the world in the form of Jofra Archer, Mark Wood, and Bryden Cars, or Gus Atkinson, or Jamie Overton for that matter. But when you play a condition, you need to have a team as per the conditions, and that is how you plan your teams. I mean, this weird nature of going on with only fast bowlers and just one Adil Rashid, and yet another time Adil Rashid was their best bowler. So, what do you think about how England is going about with their business, Vaibhav?
So England, they've been going on with their business of holidaying in Asia throughout the series. I predicted that during the India series also, but now I'm saying Champions Trophy is another holiday. The only ones
Yeah.
that have come out of holiday might be that Ben Duckett because he scored something, or
Mm.
probably because he was taunted by the Aussies, which they always do. So he started firing.
Mm.
Probably he was hibernating in India. So
Mm.
165, that was a great knock. But once
Mm.
again, if you look at the scorecard, they've played like how they played in India only. If not for Ben
Yes.
Duckett, the team would have
Yes.
again
Yes.
scored some
Yes.
subpar score.
And a supporting role from Joe Root.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they would have done the same thing if not for Ben Duckett. So I
Mm.
don't see why this team is even playing. And they always pick up only one spinner. The other spinner is permanently rested. Or we can put like, I think the other spinner is Rehan Ahmed, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So in that Google reviews, they put temporarily closed, all that. So we can put temporarily rested or permanently rested, something like that under his name. He's just there as for the sake of having another spinner. He's been taken. Otherwise, I think when you can bowl, when you can give 4 overs to Joe Root, why not, pick Rehan Ahmed, a second spinner, and give him 10 overs? They made Joe Root bowl 4 overs, which was of no
Mm.
use. Their bowling is what betrayed them in the last game. And people like Mark Wood and Jofra Archer were going for like 7, 8 per over. That is even worse than
Mm.
what Bangladesh and Pakistan are playing. So
Mm.
if that's the rate at which they play against a Ryan Rickleton or Temba Bavuma, then they might as well score like 400 plus runs in
Mm,
the next game. So I don't see the point in England playing the next game if they're going to
mm.
continue the same form and not play more spinners. Because you're playing as in a spin track and you play fast bowler, that is like you're just being like a buddu. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Jinesh, you want to add on to that? Do you think that Josh English just batted really well, or it was just some subpar selection error from the fact of England because they were playing four fast bowlers on a track which was flat as a road?
Yeah, so if they are flat tracks, then I think seamers are fine, like to have, fast bowling seamers. That's fine. The problem with England is that they are not able to find a proper, like the team combination with batters or bowlers. Now, this time they went with an extra batter. They
Mm,
went with an extra batter. They if they were able to score runs, they were able to
mm,
put runs on the score. But
mm,
other players also had to step up. Just because you have added an extra batter in your squad doesn't mean that the other players don't step up. Like you were clearly around 30, 40 runs short, like 350 runs could have been chaseable because of the flat track. Because even Australia as a team have got that mantle of, going around, scoring those runs. So they know, I mean, even they have played a lot of cricket in Pakistan as well, especially in the past 3 to 5 years with Australia and England, the only teams going, to play over there. So they have
mm,
played a good amount of cricket over there. So they know the conditions. So
mm,
firstly, they were 30, 40 runs short on the scorecard.
mm,
Next, they were a bowler shot since they had a batter, they had an extra batter, but they were a
mm,
bowler shot. So that was one other reason why uh, they were not able to take those wickets. They were able to take the first few wickets, like in the form of Travis Head or Steven Smith, or even Labuschagne actually played a very good knock of that 47.
yeah,
So
yeah.
the problem was them not taking those quick wickets. Uh, I don't think, yes, an extra spinner would have been beneficial uh, to control those overs, but a much better thing would have been, like, to have someone like a Ben Stokes in your squad. Uh, like, a guy who can bat also that well, who can ball also that well. That
Mm,
what the current team is actually lacking in their team. So they,
mm,
like how we have in India, we have got a batting all rounder, or bowling all rounder who can bat also really good, like an Akshar Patel or a
mm,
Jadeja or a
mm,
Shivam Dube also, for that matter, like that pace kind of thing.
mm,
That is what is actually lacking in the England setup as well from a long time in their ODI.
mm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel England just learned some lessons from what because they made a very bold statement that we are here to practice for the ICC tournament, and we can see what they have practiced and what they are doing in the ICC tournament. So that's up to them. But I would say this last statement before we close off is never sign an Australian team off from an ICC tournament. How weak they look on paper.
And
Any
and 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 Virat Kohli against Pakistan.
That's true, yeah. And
And
never
Virat
sign a
Kohli.
Virat Kohli off against Pakistan. That's also true.
We don't know
So yeah,
about the other matches, but Virat Kohli against Pakistan.
100%, a
Hundred
hundred
percent.
percent. That's a guarantee. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's post match. We'll be back for another videos as we will discuss the rest of the ICC Champions Trophy matches, and we will be building up for the India New Zealand encounter that is on the next Sunday. So yeah, that's it from our side. Please do like, share, and subscribe the channel, and please chime in with your comments. Until next time, have a good time. Bye bye.